Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever wondered how a classic guitar, something so tactile, so, traditional, how it can suddenly unlock this whole universe of digital sounds?
Yeah, it's like bridging two worlds.
Exactly. It's like the secret language between, I don't know, wood and code.
Well, what's truly fascinating here is how this seemingly specialized area we're talking about, the MIDI guitar pickups market, it isn't just some niche product. It's actually a crucial and growing bridge between that traditional musicianship we love and the huge world of digital audio production. It's really redefining what a guitar can do.
Totally. And that's our mission today, really to give you shortcut to being properly well-informed on this market. We're going to dive into its current size, its pretty impressive growth path, and where it seems to be heading globally. We've been looking through the latest research, and honestly, there are some really compelling numbers and insights to share. So let's start with the big picture. What's the overall scene? Globally, the MIDI guitar pickups market back in 2021, it was valued at a pretty robust $35.6 million.
Right, a solid base.
Yeah, but here's where the growth really kicks in. It's projected to climb to over $44 million by 2025, and then surge even further to nearly $70 million, $69.9 million to be exact, by 2033.
Wow, okay.
That translates to a very healthy compound annual growth rate, the CAGR, of almost 5.8%. So 5.78%.
And if we connect that to the bigger picture, I mean, this impressive growth isn't just happening out of nowhere, right? It's largely driven by, well, a significant rise in the number of digital musicians, for one, also the broader adoption of MIDI instruments generally across the whole music production landscape. And we're seeing these pickups used more and more in professional studios and actually increasingly in live performances, too.
Right.
It really speaks to a fundamental shift, I think, in how music is being created and shared now.
The fundamental shift, it sounds like it probably affects different places differently. So, okay, let's zoom in. Let's explore the specific trends playing out across the different continents. Because, yeah, the growth story isn't the same everywhere. As we look at these regional figures, what should we maybe be paying attention to? Like, are there specific economic things or cultural factors maybe that explain why some areas are leading or why others are catching up so fast?
That's a perfect question. The raw numbers tell us the what, definitely, but the why, that's where the real story is. We should probably consider things like how common home studios are becoming, access to affordable digital music tools, the vibrancy of independent music scenes, even things like internet access in these regions, it all plays a part.
Makes total sense. Okay, let's start with North America then. It was lighting the global scene back in 2021, accounted for over $15 million of the market then. It's expected to grow to nearly $19 million by 2025 and projected to hit around $28 million by 2033. So it's showing a solid 5.3% CAGR.
Pretty steady.
Yeah. And within North America, the United States is, well, predictably the dominant player. Its revenue is projected to nearly double from 2021 to 2033, going from about $9.9 million up to $17.6 million. Canada's market also showing strong growth, poised to more than double over that same period, reaching over $7 million by 2033.
No, it's a good CAGR there, too, almost 6%.
Right. But here's maybe a bit of a surprise riser. Mexico. Its market is projected to more than double, too, from $1.6 million to $3.5 million by 2033. And it boasts the highest CAGR in the whole region at almost 6.7%. What do you think is driving that acceleration specifically in Mexico?
That's a great point, and it highlights exactly what we were just talking about, those underlying factors. Mexico's rapid growth like that, it really suggests a burgeoning, maybe digitally native musical community. It could be fueled by, say, lower entry costs for digital tools compared to elsewhere, or maybe a really strong independent artist scene that's just bypassing traditional studio setups, or even just a cultural embrace of new tech within music. It definitely points to a dynamic market, eager to adopt new ways to create.
That's fascinating. So yeah, it's not just about the established markets, but where these new creative hubs might be forming. Okay, moving over to Europe. The market there stood at nearly $9.8 million in 2021, projected to grow to over $12 million in 2025 and reaching more than $18 million by 2033. So that's a steady 5.4% CAGR overall for Europe.
Still very healthy growth.
Definitely. The United Kingdom seems to be leading the regional growth there. It's poised to more than double its market value by 2033, hitting almost $3.8 million. It's a 6.5% CAGR.
Strong showing from the UK.
Yeah. Germany follows pretty closely, also showing robust growth. Its market set to more than double over the next decade as well, reaching about $3.4 million.
Another good CAGR, over 6%.
France is on a similar expansion path, hitting about $2.5 million by 2033. Italy shows more moderate growth, but still consistent, reaching about $1.25 million. And we also see steady contributions from countries like Russia and Spain. Both are set to see their markets grow quite significantly. Russia heading towards 1 million, Spain towards 1.4 million by 2033, plus others like Sweden, Denmark, Switzerland. They have slightly lower corrigers, maybe in the 3.5 to 4.8% range, but still growing.
Right. So it sounds like a more mature market overall compared to, say, Mexico's burst, but still expanding steadily across the board.
Exactly.
And, Europe has such a long gallery of musical innovation. So while the growth rates might not look as, well, explosive as some emerging markets, the consistent expansion across all these diverse economies, it really speaks to a deep integration of MIDI tech. You see it in their music education, production, performance sectors. It seems less about that initial adoption phase and more about ongoing innovation and just broader application now.
That distinction makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Okay. Now, maybe hold on to your hats a bit, because heading over to the Asia-Pacific region, the market there is set for truly rapid growth.
Okay. This should be interesting.
Yeah. It's jumping from nearly $7 million in 2021 to over $9 million in 2025, and then accelerating significantly to more than $15.7 million in 2033.
Yeah.
This region actually boasts the highest QAGR among all regions at over 7%.
Wow, 7% across the whole region. What's driving that? What's making Asia Pacific such a powerhouse here?
Well, let's break it down.
Okay, yeah. What's fascinating here is how APAC isn't just growing, it's really accelerating. That signals a massive adoption wave of digital music tools in these, really dynamic economies. China, for instance, it's a huge growth engine.
Yeah.
Its market is projected to basically triple by 2033, going from $2.4 million up to over $6.2 million. That's an 8% AGR just for China.
Incredible. And India.
India's right there with it,
Yeah.
actually showing the highest CDR in the entire region, maybe globally, at a staggering 8.8%. Its market is set to grow from just under $0.75 million in 2021 to over $2 million by 2033, almost tripling.
That kind of growth, it must be fueled by something specific.
Oh, absolutely. It's often fueled by things like a huge young population that's really eager to embrace new tech, plus a burgeoning middle class and increasingly affordable access to digital music production tools, online learning resources, all that sort of stuff.
That's incredible. So these aren't just numbers. They're reflecting potentially millions of new musicians and producers coming online, right?
Precisely. It's a massive shift.
Japan, South Korea, Australia.
Yeah.
They're also contributing steadily. Their markets are projected to nearly double over the forecast period, too. Japan going from $1.45 million to $2.7 million. South Korea from about $2.9 million to $2 million.
Solid contributions.
Yeah. And even the smaller yet still significant markets like Singapore, Taiwan, Southeast Asia generally. They're showing respectable growth rates, too, between roughly 3% and 6% CAGR. It really paints a picture of a global digital music boom, with APAC right at the forefront.
Definitely a key region to watch.
Okay, let's shift focus now to South America. The market there reached about $1.6 million in 2021. It's projected to more than double, reaching over $3.3 million by 2033. That gives it a robust KGR of over 6.1%, so another high-growth area.
Right, following that trend we saw in Mexico, perhaps.
Seems like it. Brazil leads here. Its revenue is expected to double from about $0.7 million to $1.4 million.
Sure.
We also see strong contributions from Argentina and Chile, but it's Colombia posting a really notable TGR of almost 8%, 7.9% to be precise.
Colombia, interesting. Another potential hotspot.
Yeah, and Peru and the sort of rest of the South America category are also experiencing significant growth. A lot of it seems to be led by rising adoption among hobbyists and independent musicians down there.
This rise in South America is really interesting. And yeah, much like we discussed with Mexico, it really points to potentially a thriving independent music scene where artists are actively looking for versatile, maybe more cost-effective ways to integrate digital sounds. The accessibility of MIDI technology, it just allows for that creative freedom without needing, massive traditional studio investments. It really empowers a new generation of musicians.
That's a powerful point, yeah. Accessibility driving innovation.
Oh.
Okay, let's move quickly to the Middle East. Revenue here is forecasted to more than double, too, from $1.28 million in 2021 to over $2.7 million by 2033. That registers a strong CGR of nearly 6.5%.
Okay, strong growth there as well.
Saudi Arabia seems to lead the pack, its market projected to more than double, hitting just over $1 million. While the UAE, Turkey, and Egypt also show promising trends. Their growth rates are hovering between about 6% and 7%.
Consistent across the board there too, then.
Seems so. And finally, Africa. The market here is growing from about $2.8 million in 2021 to over $1.4 million by 2033. That's a CAGR of just over 4%. So, a bit more moderate.
Still growth, though.
Absolutely. South Africa and Nigeria are the major players here, although Nigeria posts a slightly lower CAGR, around 3%. The rest of Africa category is on a similar trajectory, with stable growth projected around 4.5% CAGR. So while it's smaller in absolute dollar terms, it's still consistently moving forward.
Yeah, and even in regions with maybe smaller market sizes right now, like Africa, that consistent growth is still significant. It demonstrates a kind of foundational adoption of these technologies. It might even hint at future acceleration, as infrastructure improves and digital literacy spreads more widely across the continent. Every percentage point of growth really contributes to that global shift we're seeing.
That's a great way to put it. So, okay, what does all this mean when we sort of pull it all together? It seems pretty clear. The global MIDI guitar pickups market is undergoing steady and actually quite significant expansion. We've definitely seen particular momentum in Asia-Pacific and South America, which showed some of the highest growth rates globally.
Getting maybe some exciting new hubs for digital music creation.
Yeah, definitely. And this sustained growth, it's genuinely fueled by that potent combination we talked about. You've got ongoing technological innovation, things like better tracking, lower latency, just more seamless integration. That's coupled with the huge rise of home studios, which is undeniable, and just a broader global interest, really, in digital music production that just keeps redefining how music gets created, performed, and maybe even consumed. It's really a reflection of musicians constantly pushing the boundaries of their instruments. So hopefully you listening now have a concise but still thorough understanding of this intriguing and clearly rapidly expanding corner of the music technology world.
And maybe this raises an important question for you to think about. As these digital tools become more and more seamlessly integrated into traditional instruments, and as these new markets emerge so dynamically, like we've seen in APAC and South America, how might this continued growth in MIDI guitar pickups actually reshape the very sound of popular music, or maybe even fundamentally change how future generations learn and interact with instruments? It's a pretty fascinating future to imagine, isn't it?
It really is. And just to note, all the detailed data we've presented in this deep dive has been sourced directly from cognitive market research.